Hey guys, it's Dana and it's Tuesday, and that means we're going to talk about money. And today I want to talk about your savings accounts and my savings accounts because a new year is going to be beginning, which means it's sort of a clean slate. So we're going to talk about saving. All right, so on my channel, we've been talking about the holidays a lot. We've been talking about Christmas budgets, and we were talking about how I spent all year saving our Christmas budget. So that means now is the time to reset and start saving again for things you're gonna need throughout the year. So if you are trying to get out of debt, then most of your money, aside from your $1,000 savings account, is going towards paying off your debt. But then this is the part, if you're a Dave Ramsey follower like I am, that I get really confused on, because I hear him talk on his radio show about how if you know certain things are coming up, like Christmas and a car repair, most likely you might have car repairs, then you need to be saving for them. But then we're not supposed to have a savings account larger than $1,000, which is our emergency fund, which we never touch. So it's kind of a gray area. I feel like it's very confusing because we're not supposed to be setting up sinking funds, which a sinking fund is where you're saving to replace certain things like car replacement and stuff, but you're not supposed to do that when you're trying to get out of debt. But then we have to plan for car repairs that they don't, because they're not going to sneak up on us. If we're driving an old car, we should know we're probably going to need some things done, right? All right, so there are 26 paychecks in a year, right? And so if you're saving, say, $1,000 for Christmas, and it is now, let's say we're starting now, and you have all year till next Christmas to save up that money, then how much would that be? $38.46, right? Okay, so you might want to just round it up to 40. So that means set up your direct deposit where you have $40 coming out of every paycheck going into a separate savings account for Christmas. So you have money to budget for Christmas, right? Okay, so then also car repair. So if you look up the most expensive car repair, how much is that going to be? I looked it up. And it looks like a head gasket is the worst thing that can happen to your car, and you probably would need about $3,000 to $5,000, maybe. I'm not an expert on cars, but when I looked it up, that looked to be an average amount of what you would pay to repair a head gasket. So then everything else would be under that. So maybe $1,500 to save for a car repair. I budget, I don't know, maybe $500 a year is what we have, because I know we have inspections here in the state of Pennsylvania that we have to do. And when we take our car in once a year for an inspection, that's about $100 per car. Then we have oil changes that we have to do every quarter. So maybe there might be brake pads that come up. So I kind of have about $500 that for car maintenance per year for 2 cars, which is probably on the low end. But now's the time, like I said, to sort of start maybe setting up, a separate, or within your savings account, just sort of earmarking money for anticipated car repairs. That way you're not, the other idea, I guess, is what Dave says, is to kind of budget it within your monthly budget. So if something suddenly comes up, though, then you'll pay less on something else, but maybe you don't have that kind of wiggle room, so you want to set it aside. Something else to anticipate is tax bills. We have taxes that we pay in our township that is aside from our escrow amount that's in escrowed in our mortgage. So we have to pay out of pocket for some other tax bills. So I have to set that money aside, knowing that I'm going to have to pay for that once a year. We pay for trash every quarter. And for some reason, when the trash bill comes in, it always catches me off guard. So that's also money that I have to try to set aside, out of my paycheck to know that I'm going to have to pay for that trash bill every quarter. Medical bills, if you have a deductible, say you have a $1,500 family deductible or a $3,000 family deductible, that's also money that you're going to need. If you have a medical, if you have a lot of things going on, then you're going to, have to pay that out of pocket. So that's something else you might want to save. Okay, so basically though, now is the time to start thinking about it. What are some things that all through the year, that might come up randomly that aren't random, that that they probably are going to come up, like car repairs, and start to save for them, start to plan for them, set them aside in a separate savings account altogether, or just have one savings account and just sort of, maybe you have a spreadsheet with different tabs that tells you how much money is in each account within your savings account. So that way you can have that money there, so you can have it planned out. It won't catch you off guard. You won't end up reaching for a credit card to pay for things. So in the beginning of the year is the perfect time to start thinking about how much out of each paycheck you want to set aside for certain things. So hopefully this helps to motivate you to just start thinking about it. And give us some ideas down below in the comments of what you save for. Maybe you can, I'm sure you can think of some things that I haven't thought of, and how you save it. Do you have a bunch of different savings accounts? How many savings accounts do you have? Or you just have one savings account? Or do you have an emergency fund savings account and then another one for your sinking fund or your Christmas fund or whatever you want to call it? Or is it just one that you just sort of, you know, in your head or on paper mark down different areas of where the money belongs? Okay, so let me know, let everybody know down below. Thank you so much for being here. If it's your first time here, don't forget to subscribe. Every single Tuesday I do a new video talking all about money. Plus I have family videos throughout the week sporadically. So let's make this next year a great year, you guys. All right, talk to you soon. Bye.
Where do I go?
Over here. Over here. Okay.
Oh, I found it in my bag.
What do you need to save for this year?
I love my mommy and my mommy loves me, okay?
Thank you. Or expenses to lower their monthly bills is food. And really, you guys, you should be paying for food first. Make sure you are eating. So make sure you have enough money to eat before you start paying all of your credit card bills and all of that. So make sure you eat first.